Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So new week, new job on. We are mowing some grass. 6/9/30 and the trail mower is out, and we're dropping some really nice grass that, well, this is grazing land, and because of the late springtime, cattle didn't get out in time. The grass got much further ahead than what we would have liked, much too strong to graze. So we're going to mow it down and get it back into the grazing system. So you can see it's not that heavy. In places it is heavier than others, obviously. That's probably a lighter kind of a spot, but yeah, you can kind of see it there. Overall it's not the heaviest crop ever, but it's a lovely standing crop of grass, very clean. It was sprayed for weeds earlier on in the springtime. It's a lovely clean crop, so we're going to drop it, get something done with it. There is a reasonable week ahead, so depending on what it does over the next number of days depends on what it's going to be. But yeah, we'll talk more about that in the tractor in a second, because it is quite windy and I'm just afraid that maybe you can't hear me that well. There is places here you can kind of see it here. You can't really over this other side, but I've seen a few places where there was some slurry lines on the ground. Now there doesn't seem to be much slurry there, but you can see the lines of it where it was. A lot of it has been washed in and used up, but yeah, I'm not too worried about that. There's nothing worth talking about. It's more just the marks are still there from where it was. But yeah, okay, get in the tractor and we can talk more in there when it's just not as windy. Alright, so it's a little bit quieter in here than outside, not as much wind. When I get this mowed down, we've got 11 acres here in this field. We've got 3.5 acres in another field, and we just want to get it all down on the ground and see what the weather does. We're showing a pretty good week, and depending how long the good weather lasts depends on what it's going to be. If it decides it's going to rain it down on Wednesday night or Thursday, we will bale it up as is and just wrap it. If it decides it's going to stay dry till Friday, we'll shake it out a couple of times, we'll roll it up, we'll bale it up as haylage. And if it looks like there's going to be just a small amount of rain on Friday stroke Saturday, and then there's a high pressure coming in then for a number of days next week, which is a possibility at the moment, we'll not do that much. We'll shake it out maybe once, let it get a little bit of rain at the weekend, and then shake it out a couple of times when the better weather comes then after that. So we'll see. It just depends what it's going to do. It depends on what we do with it. We don't mind if we have to make haylage of it. If we can get it to haylage stage, we'd be very happy. If it turns out hay, brilliant. If it turns out silage, it is what it is. We need to get this ground back into the grazing rotations. We've got a few cattle grazing at home, and it's going to be needed. It's going to be needed in about a fortnight or 3 weeks. So if we can get it cut now, get it off the ground, and either slurry it, fertilise it, do something with it just to get the grass coming on, then that's what we need at this point. So yeah, not going too bad. I suppose currently I have got, of the 11 acres, I probably have about 6 acres of it mowed very close to. So yeah, we're making headway through this field nicely, and then we'll move on to the 3.5 acre field after that. So as I say, I'm using the 6/9/30, and yeah, there's quite a bad hill in the field. I was going to take this, actually going to take the 3650, but yeah, it's kind of one of them fields that the extra horsepower wouldn't do any harm. It'll speed the job up a little bit. And anyway, the 3650 will be going on the tether. We'll get it on either tonight or tomorrow, and we'll get her all greased up and ready to go. So yeah, fingers crossed the weather it does what it's supposed to. Alright, so field number 1 is done and dusted. We're just on the bottom side of the hill here, we're climbing up the hill. But yeah, all done and dusted, and a nice job done on it. Didn't need the rows too narrow, so it can do a bit of drying out in the rows as it is, and then we can work on shaking it out after that. So we'll head on to field number 2 and get going at it. So moving into field number 2. So moving into field number 2, and we're just doing around the headland tonight now at the moment, getting on okay in it. It's a nice crop on this. It's quite a heavy crop in one side of it, so all off on this side here, and then once you come down to this side, it starts to get a little bit lighter. This field here, we've done the drainage job in. There was a really wet area in this, and we raised it all off back. That's probably about 4 years ago, and couldn't drive now at all initially before. And now we can go through it this time of the year. Look at it, in the winter time you still have to be careful with it, but it's 10 times better than it was. At least now it's growing some grass, and you can drive through it. But yeah, we'll not be that long getting through this field. It's only about 3.5 acres on it, and yeah, this side of it's quite light, so if a bit of water comes, we should get this side fairly quickly anyway. So yeah, we'll keep moving on. Alright, so just finished mowing, and yeah, all mowed down very nicely. A few docks through it in a few places, but overall it's not too bad at all. And yeah, at least it's all mowed down. So we'll see. As I said, we'll see what it does in the next day or so, and we might shake it out tomorrow. So the next part of this video, I'm sure, will be 3650 getting hooked onto the tether, and a bit of greasing and maintenance just being done on it to get it ready for action, and hopefully maybe getting it tethered out. So yeah, on to that. So next day, after getting the mowing done, and we are just hitched on the tether a couple of hours ago. I washed it all down, left it to dry, and I'm just after going around the entire machine and giving it a full greasing. So yeah, it's ready for action. Actually it's not. Before I leave tomorrow, we're going to tether it out tomorrow. I have to pump the wheels on, so there's a couple of the wheels I see when I fold it out, it's just lacking a wee bit of pressure. So we'll ground the wheels, give them a quick pump, and that should be it. We should be good to go. But yeah, nothing really to write home about with the tether. I suppose if there was, let's see, there's a tine. Oh, where is it? Down there, look at it. That one there is a little bit widened out from what it should be standard. You can see there's a wee bit of a twist on the spring. It should be a bit more like that one, but yeah, it obviously at some stage got caught in a rut or some bit of a rough track last year. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, well, I could try to straighten it. Sometimes to straighten, sometimes to break. So maybe we'll try and put a wee bit of pressure on it here. So we'll see if we can get some little bit of straightening done on it. I see now, can you see that? I think you can. So what we'll do is we'll just put a wee bit of pressure over the top with it, because it will break. Doesn't seem to want to come back up now. Oh no, it's not going to come back up. It's just it's the way the spring is just bending it. It won't. The spring won't bend on it. So there's actually another one there, which is pretty much the same too, in there. So there's two of them. Obviously the tether dropped down into a rut, and it caught them at some stage last year. So look, we've plenty of tines in there. I could change them, but I'll let it see. I'll just let it play it and see. If it breaks, I'll change it then. You know, it's not the end of the world. But the rest of them, for the most part, are pretty much 100%. No, it doesn't seem to be any bends on them at all. Same with the ones here. So yeah, they're 100%. So yeah, basically ready to go. All greased up. Bit of air in the tyres tomorrow, and good to go. I've put a bit of diesel in the 3650 as well. Give it a whole wash as well. So she's looking pretty fine. Actually done the windows of it too, so we'll be nice and clear views out of it tomorrow. Looking forward to using it, because we haven't used it that awfully much this year, apart from moving a bit of dung and a couple of wee jobs like that. Yeah, so looking forward to getting it out in the field and getting it into a bit of action. Yeah, so the weather, I'll show it to you on the phone. I was actually just looking at it there before I come on to make the video, and you can see it's actually updating again, so maybe it'll change. No, it's pretty much the same. So Tuesday today, dry and sunny. 20 degrees tomorrow, Wednesday, so it looks like a pretty good day tomorrow. Thursday, 19 degrees, looks like a pretty good day. 10% chance of rain. 85% chance of rain on Friday. That's the danger day. There's a bit of rain coming on Friday. It says there about 6 mil of rain, so that is the danger day. And Saturday, it's showing a little bit in the early part of Saturday morning, but the rest of Saturday is showing dry. Sunday, Monday and Tuesday is all showing dry, 20 degrees. So what does that mean? Well, I don't know. We'll have to see what it does. That could all change, but it's not looking too bad. We might get it as hay, but we should get it as haylage. So the plan with it is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake it out tomorrow. It's going to do a bit of drying then tomorrow and on Thursday. I'm not going to shake it out again on Thursday. I'm going to leave it set. On Friday it's going to get a bit of rain. Saturday then, hopefully it'll have dried out by Saturday afternoon, even Saturday evening. I'll turn it up and shake it up so that I can dry it out some bit, even Saturday night. If it's 20 degrees, there shouldn't be that much of a dew, hopefully. So yeah, we might shake it out then on Sunday, Monday, and if it stays dry till Tuesday, it shouldn't be too far away by Tuesday. So we'll see. It'll be great to get the first little bit of hay this year done and dusted. So we'll see. Look at it, and if it turns out looking like it's going to be wet on Tuesday or Monday evening, we'll roll it up and just bale it up on Monday and get done and dusted out of the way and wrap it. So look at it, I just want it off the fields, done and dusted and out of the way. So we'll see what it does. So that's it. Other things that's going on today, I was writing a bit of a story, put a story on grazing this morning. What else are we doing? We moved some cows there this evening, changed some batteries on fencers, and we have a batch of cows that broke down a fence that we're probably going to have to fix tomorrow. So didn't really need that, but we have to try and deal with that in the morning. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of a check to see what we're doing in the early part of the week. We'll see how it goes over the next coming days. I'll video it and we'll be back on Sunday, and we'll see what updates there is and how things is going. So fingers crossed that we've a bit of a hay spell of weather, a hot spell of weather, warm spell, dry spell of weather coming in on around the weekend, and we get this saved. So that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video. It all helps the channel, and of course comment down below if you have any questions or any comments to make. I do read them all, so and all comments, likes, subscribes, everything is very much appreciated. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.